So, have you quantum jumped yet? Have you quantum leapt into your dream reality yet? No? Well, you need to jump higher. You need to jump a lot higher because the jumps you are doing right now are half-assed, downright perfunctory. Okay? You need to jump a lot higher. So next time you jump, next time you do your quantum leaping and your quantum jumping, I need you to add a little skip to your jump, okay? So add a little skip to your jump, and within 7 days, if you don't see your results, you need to raise your vibrations. You're doing it wrong, okay? You need to raise your vibrations and then do the jump. If that doesn't work, do it the other way. Do the jump and then raise your vibrations, and then raise your vibrations and then do the jump. So this will supercharge your manifestations, and within 7 days it should work. If it's not working, you're just not doing it well. You're not trying hard enough, okay? Because obviously the years and years of trauma that you have experienced around money doesn't really matter. We're going to skip all of that. We're going to skip the 3D, we're going to skip the 4D, fuck all of that. We're going to go straight to the 5D, because that's where all the good stuff is, and it's working for all the manifestation coaches. Why shouldn't it work for you? We all start from the same baseline, right? Yes, we all start from the same baseline. We all have the same nervous system capacity. We all have the same capacity for a bigger life. Therefore, we should all just start quantum jumping. Keep jumping. You need to jump a lot higher. You need to jump a lot higher, a lot faster. This stuff needs to happen like really fast, guys. Within 7 days, if you're not seeing results, you're just not good enough. You're doing it wrong. You need more techniques, more visualizing, journaling. You need to journal a lot more. If you're journaling with a pen, I need you to get one of those big fat marker pens. Get one of those, black, journal harder. Actually, you know what? Buy another manifestation coach's journaling book. Yeah, buy their book and then try again. It's definitely going to work. So in this video, we're going to dive into why quantum leaping isn't working for you, why quantum leaping isn't working for everyone, and why this is actually causing people harm. I really loathe it when I see manifestation coaches just talk about, oh yeah, you just need to raise your vibrations and just need to do the shadow work, and people are still stuck. If affirmations worked so well, then why isn't everyone rich yet? Why the number of people that are doing affirmations, right? Looping their affirmations every single day. Do it in front of the mirror, do it in front of the window, do it while you're sitting down, do it while you're lying down. Still not working. People are still burnt out, and you still haven't reached your financial goals yet. Never God, I've never said you can manifest your whole dream life in 3 days or 7 days and everything will be perfect. He does talk about a bridge of events. Now, I'm going to turn this all into my language because my whole channel is about financial trauma, nervous system regulation, nervous system capacity. People in the manifestation niche, they really cherry pick what sounds lovely, what sounds most dopamine inducing, and then they turn it into a formula because of course, the quicker they can reel people in, the more money they make, right? But if they were to actually tell you, how heavy this work is, the amount of spiritual work that you have to do in order to heal your financial trauma and regulate your nervous system, then they'd be out of business. People want quick results. People are looking for a quick fix. They are looking for whoever can release the most dopamine in them because they are already dysregulated and struggling. And so, when someone just says, yeah, you can manifest your dream life in 7 days, of course you're going to be drawn to that. It releases dopamine, it sounds like a fantasy, and it's very alluring, it's inviting. But when I say you have years and 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 years of entrenched behavior around money, that's going to take a minute to undo, to heal, to recognize. People don't want to hear that. That creates too much cognitive friction. If it worked like that, everyone affirming would be rich already. Stop jumping. Quit jumping and leaping. Sit down. You cannot even rest without feeling guilty. You can't even hold on to money because you believe money disappears. You have severe abandonment issues that you are projecting onto money. You've heard all the wrong messages about money growing up, and now your nervous system is still reacting to money like it's a threat, and you think you can jump from the 3D to the 5D. Fuck the 4D, right? Fuck all of that. We're jumping straight to the 5D. You're not manifesting diddly squat because you are somatically blocked, because your nervous system is scared of shmoney. Shmoney enters your life and your body says, Mayday, Mayday, this is a threat. Your nervous system does not calculate time the way your conscious mind does. The very first time that you were exposed to money, when you were a little child, your nervous system logged information about it. Money equals tension, money equals stress, money equals threat, money equals danger. And now you are an adult, you are safe, you are in control, well, somewhat, and you're safe, right? But your nervous system is still reacting to money the way it first ever experienced it. So you need to make your body understand what your mind has intellectually understood. This doesn't happen through jumping to the 5D. This doesn't happen with affirming, I'm a millionaire, I'm a trillionaire, I'm a gazillionaire, I'm a goddess, I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not how it happens. You need to honor where you are with money. You need to acknowledge what's happening in your body when money is in the picture. When you're dealing with your finances, what's happening in your body? When you're paying a bill and you feel like your body is contracting, you need to see what that is. What's that all about? When did that start? Why is it happening? Because this is your nervous system telling you, hey, we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe here. You know, a lot of people who are setting big goals for themselves, like, they want a 7-figure business, 8-figure business, all this big stuff, which is beautiful. I love that for you. But if your nervous system is dysregulated, if your nervous system still interprets money as a threat, then this big goal of yours that you want to reach is not happening. You can't quantum leap to that. Quantum leaping ignores your nervous system capacity. We all have unique nervous systems. So the manifestation coach that's telling you, you just need to align to the quantum field, and then you need to jump and jump and jump, and then you need to jump higher and do some more visualizations. Their capacity is different to yours. They may be getting results. Whatever's going on, you cannot override your nervous system capacity and your nervous system by using the techniques that worked for them. You need to see and respect and honor where you are with money, with your identity, with visibility, with rejection, with raising your prices, because this is the stuff that shows up when you are trying to jump to the 5D by manifesting everything. I have so many people ask me about strategy. Oh, how do I have the best business model? How do I improve my business model? How do I improve my investments? How do I have an easier business structure? How do I improve my strategy? You cannot focus just on the outer work. So many people are focused on the outer work because they think that's what's going to bring in the results. You are already good at strategy. You're brilliant at strategy. I'm sure you've watched all the Alex Hormozi videos on strategy. This is not about strategy. When you're focused on strategy, that's your nervous system playing it safe, because strategy is safe, right? Strategy is you're in control. It's productive. It looks like, yeah, I'm getting stuff done. That's it. You're in your masculine energy. But strategy will only take you so far if you haven't yet done the inner work. The inner work is key. Nervous system regulation, understanding why you sabotage when you're so close to reaching your next level, why you suddenly feel so tired, why you suddenly feel like you're too busy, why you suddenly just make lots of excuses. Why? This is your body telling you, hey, we are not calibrated to this new level that you think you can handle. We're not ready for that level yet. Please look at us. Please, we need some integration work here. We're not calibrated to this big goal of yours. And you think you can just strategize harder. You can just watch more content on manifestation. You can just keep quantum leaping. Let's just keep quantum leaping. Let's just keep quantum jumping. We'll get there eventually. We will get there. We just need to jump a lot higher. Yeah. I had this woman come to me and she was like, I manifest a lot, but I always end up manifesting the opposite of what I'm asking for, what I'm jumping for, whatever she was doing. I'm sure she's been following all these manifestation coaches who are oversimplifying everything, keeping everything high vibe. Just raise your vibration. Also, a lot of people undermine financial trauma because, you know, when I say financial trauma, they think, oh, but trauma is meant to be bloodshed and violence and extreme stuff, right? They don't really know that there's big T trauma and small t trauma. Big T trauma, yes, that is violence and bloodshed and extreme stuff. Then there's small t trauma. Small t trauma is emotional neglect, emotional invalidation, bullying, divorce, and this is where financial trauma fits in. You know, watching your parents argue about bills, being told that you're greedy when you wanted more. This is financial trauma, and this is still impacting you today when you're dealing with money, when you're wanting more money and then feeling guilty about it, when you're spending money and you're feeling guilty, when you're struggling to raise your prices, when you're struggling to actually accept money from clients, you don't feel like, oh, I don't deserve this, when you're over delivering when someone pays you, because your belief about yourself is, well, I'm not worthy of wealth. People don't actually understand how the shame, the shame wound, I'm not worthy of wealth. This is the shame wound, by the way. The money shame wound, I'm not worthy of wealth. You don't realize how strong and how powerful this wound is. This is such a powerful money repellent because when this wound convinces you that you're not worthy of wealth, you look around, right? You see the lack around you and you conclude that, oh, I don't have abundance because I'm not worthy of it. So the lack of money, the lack of abundance, lack of prosperity gets weaponized against your worth. You will see other people experiencing abundance and prosperity, and you'll think, oh, well, they have more because they come from this family or that family, or they're just very educated, or they have this level of education, they are talented, they are skilled. So you feel like they are inherently more worthy of wealth. But when it comes to you, you can't justify why you deserve more, why you should have more. You don't believe that, oh, I deserve more because I exist. You think you need to justify why you deserve more. You think, well, I'm nothing special, I'm not good enough, I'm not exceptional enough, therefore I don't have abundance and prosperity. This is the wound. This is not your sovereign self speaking. This is your wound. The wound has taken over, and you can't just bulldoze through life with this wound running the show. A lot of people have reached out to me and they have this wound, right? And they've launched a business and they feel like they're being dragged through mud. Remember, your conscious mind is only 5% of your brain power, right? So you can want everything. You can want, you know, from your conscious mind, you're desiring all these beautiful things. I want the car, I want the perfect relationship, I want right? That's 5% of your brain power. And then there's your subconscious, which is 95%. That's where all these beliefs are. Then you can want and want all you want. But if your nervous system and your subconscious aren't on board, then who's going to win? Your body. Every time. All this jumping around while your body isn't designed to expand. It's designed to keep you safe. It doesn't care if you're broke. Doesn't give a tinker's fart about your situation. All it wants is to keep you safe. And that's what your nervous system, that's what your body will always bring you back to. This is why so many people, they move a little forward, they make a little, manifest some shmoney, make a little bit of shmoney, and then they sabotage it and come back to their baseline, because your body wants you to be at that familiar baseline. That's where it feels safe. That's where things are predictable. That's where things are consistent. That's where things have been consistent for the past few years, or however long you've been in that situation that you're trying to change. You know, all these affirmations that you keep affirming, right? I'm abundant, while your body is literally contracting every time you spend money. Every time you come into a bit of money, you're blowing it. Every time you pay a bill, you're angry, or you're maybe cursing the bill, or your body is contracting a bit, or you're wondering, oh my God, when is this money going to come back? Or is this money ever going to come back? This creates cognitive dissonance. You can't override your body with words alone. That's not even manifestation. That's you arguing. You're arguing with your nervous system. It's not about instant jumping. It's about capacity building. The capacity building, that takes a minute. The capacity building, this is why I don't talk about manifestation in my content. I don't talk about manifestation techniques. I don't talk about manifestation in my 4-week coaching program or any of my packages. My 4-week coaching program is trauma informed. It's designed to heal from the root up. Identity level beliefs, financial trauma, self-concept, shadow work, nervous system regulation, inner child work, alchemy. There's like 21 things to do. I will never tell you to just quantum fucking jump from the 3D to the 5D. I will never do that to you because it's a fucking joke. You don't just leap into a new life, you stabilize into it. And these teachings are actually causing people harm because it creates a shame loop. When these techniques don't work for you, when they don't work for people, they start thinking, oh, you know, it didn't work for me. I tried so hard. There must be something wrong with me. I must not be skinny enough. I must not be good looking enough. I must not be tall enough. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. You just skipped the fucking foundation. You don't need a new technique. You need to fix the belief that your desired life isn't safe. And I need you to listen to your body, not your mind. Listen to your body, not your mind. A lot of us aren't listening to our bodies. We're just rationalizing, we're just using logic. We're not connected to our body. A lot of us have been trauma trained not to feel our emotions. We don't let ourselves feel our emotion. You know, I was raised in a house where I wasn't allowed to feel my emotions. I was trauma trained not to feel emotions. If I showed any sign of emotions or if I were crying or anything, my parents would be like, oh, you want to cry? Yeah, I'll give you a reason to cry. This is the kind of environment I grew up in. And so a lot of people who have been brought up in an environment where it was all about, you know, go hard or go home, don't show your emotions. You're now an adult and you're severed from your intuition, your gut, your emotions. You just try to think about everything. You think your way out of everything. Thinking is one way we numb out our emotions, by the way. So I need you to listen to your body and not your mind. When I talk about financial trauma, when you're dealing with money, when you're resonating with what I say, and I know you resonate with what I say, I know you're feeling it in your torso because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've experienced financial trauma. I've had to heal my shit. Your body will always tell you what's going on. Tune into that. If you're recognizing yourself in what I'm saying, then my free money wound quiz will really help you get an understanding of what's going on in your subconscious when it comes to money, when it comes to your beliefs around money, how you're subconsciously repelling money. Everything is linked below. And I think that's all I want to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, sending you so much love, and I will see you in a jiffy.